Yes, after my previous videos, I've gotten tons of messages, tons of comments saying, oh, show me the secrets to your vocal mixing, show me some secrets about mixing, so I'm going to show you 2 secrets to my vocal mixing, and we'll just go into it practically. So let's just dive in without wasting much time. So look at this vocal. This is a mixed song. I've actually removed some of the processing so that on the vocal itself, so that you know what I am talking about. So let's listen to this vocal. Apart from what we are hearing, let us also see the graphical aspect of it, which is visually. Now you can see the dynamics of this very vocal, and you can see it is not consistent. This is one big secret that most people overlook. First thing first, when you start preparing your mix, this is the first thing you need to do, and this is what I do. Now you can see that this vocal is not consistent. In order for your plugins to work properly, you can imagine this kind of bump, this kind of plosive, jump, hike on your mix, on your peak level, hitting your plugins. It will definitely misbehave. It will not sound good. So what you need to do, it is a very big secret. Don't just overlook it. What you need to do, this applies to every door. So what you need to do is to highlight and try to manually bring it down, reduce the dynamics manually. This applies to, you can do this on FL Studio manually. Then would in no time we'll see the result of this guy. Now in no time we'll see the result in no time. Okay, so don't just worry. This is a very big secret. We'll see the result of this thing I'm doing in no time. So I love Cubase. Cubase is one of my best doors. I love Cubase because of this feature. You can easily do things. You can easily do things. So I'm going to show you how transparent this will be when it goes into your plugins. This is without plugins. So if you can have a consistent vocal, so if you can have a consistent vocal in a way, I bet you everything will sound almost very accurate. So if you can have a very important, you do it with care. You don't well, you must have of course played the song over and over again and see what you're doing. Yep. Now let's bounce it. We've bounced it. Look at how consistent it is now. You can see, look at how consistent it is now. So you can even go further again and just try to reduce some things again. After bouncing is, you feel, oh, I still need to, try to, this will not cost you anything. This is the fun of mixing. If this thing is boring to you, it means you don't have any business with mixing. This will be definitely boring to a producer. This will be boring to an artist. But you as the engineer, this should be the fun of mixing to you. Now let's bounce once more. Now look at how consistent it is already. So you can see the peak level is almost close. So when this thing is going into a compressor, it will definitely be consistent. The compressor will not do too much. So you can even load up 3, 4, 5 compressors. You can see this one. You can see the hike here. You see this one. You see the first one now. It's not consistent. Look, it's not consistent. Sorry. As compared to this guy as compared to this vocal here. You can see this one. This one is not consistent. Look at the one we just processed. Look at the one we just processed. This one. You see, it's not consistent. Then take a look at this one. This one is more like melodic singing. This one, this very one, it's more like melodic singing. It's not even consistent too. So you have to go there and try to, you know, do exactly what you did before. You see, the volume is not consistent. You go there because you can't expect the artist to sing in a consistent manner. It's never possible because there are some vocals, there are some words you want to pronounce, they will appear high, you have to move, those type of things. So you can see now, just little touch I did, it's already consistent. This is one big secret. Look these two, this one and this, let me cut it. These two, look these two, you see how consistent it is already, these two. See how consistent these two are compared to this one and this one. You see? So when you are mixing, make sure, look at you can imagine this place now. You can imagine this area. You can imagine this area of this vocal. You can imagine here. Just imagine, see. You can imagine here. This place we just lost. It will be very difficult for you to, you know, use plugin to push it. You can see now. Now let's listen. See the drive I did here. You see the volume I pull up here. You see? It's not consistent. See? Very loud now. Very loud. So you don't need plugin to do that. You see? Very consistent. You can see how it was too low before. You see, they don't talk about these things enough. The second big secret you don't want to miss is this. Now, I'm going to use something like, should we still use vocal? Okay, let's use vocal. Let's be practical here. I am going to do something. Now, I'm going to bring up this guy so that we will be practical, so that you see the volume. And this one has to do with an EQ. So I'm going to bring up, no, let me even use the default EQ here so that you just see it practically as I'm doing it. Now, when you EQ, this is important, pay attention. When you EQ anything, EQ is like almost like a volume, but the difference is that an EQ allows you to increase the volume of a particular frequency on the spectrum. Let's say the spectrum is like this, for instance. So the EQ allows you to increase this part of the frequency. The frequency is in the spectrum like this. So it allows you to increase in volume any frequency you want. It is volume you are increasing. Don't get it twisted. Now, if by any means, I'm shouting, I'm being emotional, sorry. If by any means you increase, for instance, let's be practical. Let's increase this area. I'm going to exaggerate so that you see what I'm saying. See, okay, first of all, let's play this vocal. Pay attention to, let me solo some stops, please. Let me remove the drums so that you don't get distracted. So this is it. Can you see it now? Okay, now. So let's be practical. Let me go. Listen. Now I want you to pay attention to the volume, please. This is where I want you to pay attention to. Now we want to see the difference between volume and EQ, how to use them to your advantage, the secret. Now listen to this vocal and watch the volume, which is this area. So see, the highest we are hitting on this very vocal, the highest volume here is minus 12.2 dB. That's what we are hitting without touching anything on the EQ. Now watch something. Watch. This is why most of your mixes is ruined. Now watch something. I'm just exaggerating this EQ now so that you see what I'm doing. So let's boost like -7. Then let's watch the volume. Let's go. Now, the highest we have gotten here is minus 9.1 dB. The same thing applies to when you cut, or you cut, or you boost, or you cut. The same thing applies to it. See what I just showed you now? We have added, by just boosting this high end, we have added 3 dB of gain. That's what we added. So if you are not a good mixer, if you don't know the secret, after you just boost, you leave it and go to another thing. That's how you add volume, add volume, add volume, add volume, add volume. You will now add a chunk of volume in that area without balancing. So what do you need to do? This is the solution. When you boost and cut, let's say you boost and cut here. Let's say we do this thing like this. Let's say we do something like this. Or maybe let's say we just boost and boost like most people would do. Let's say we just do something like this. Now let's see. 9.8 dB. So what you need to do, the first thing you got was 11, was a minus 12. What you need to do is try to reduce the volume until you get minus 12. That shows that you've actually EQ'd. You bring it down until you are hitting minus 12. You try to, that's what we call gain match. If you boost this frequency and leave it like that without gain matching it, without bringing it down to fit back to the volume, the original volume before you EQ'd, you have not done anything. What you did, you just increased a problem. You've just increased a very big problem on the song because you did not gain much. Why do you think that most pro plugins these days, they put automatic gain? So that anything, when you are EQing, if you activate the auto gain, when you are EQing, it will be gain matching on its own because of maybe laziness or maybe probably you don't know how to do it. But it is better you use your ear because that is AI. You probably might not match correctly. You see? So when you are putting, this thing works, this will create problem more for you on drums. When you are EQing snare, hi-hats and other drums element. It will create fast problem for you if you don't know how to gain match. So when you are EQing, make sure you look before and after. When you EQ something, look at the before volume before you EQ. After you EQ, bring it down or up. If it is too, if your EQ has made the element too low, bring it up. If your EQing has made the sound the volume too high, bring it down, which is exactly what we practicalize here. If your volume now, as in this case, the volume was increased because of our EQ moves here. If you leave it like this, you have not done anything. You just created a problem. You created a problem. So you need to gain match. That's what you need to do. So I hope this helps. Try it on your next mix and see how your mix will translate. This is part of my my secrets. I'm sharing my secrets gradually. So this is part of my secret. So you are not paying money for it. So just please subscribe. Share the video. Just even if you don't want to share, just click share and copy the link. If you don't even know, even if you don't want to share it, click the share button and just copy the link. By that, it would, count that you've shared it. So, boom, gracious.